Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Here we are starting with a new lecture series on getting started with SQL. As a first lecture in this series, we'll learn how to install MySQL on Windows operating system. So before starting with the lecture, I want to request you all to subscribe to my channel and please share with your friends and hit the bell icon to get the latest notifications. So let's get started with it. So first go to Google and search for download MySQL. The first link appears here is mysql.com. Click on the link. Here we come to download page of mysql.com. Now we want to download a community version of MySQL server, so we click on community GPL downloads. So here comes the community downloads page with multiple options. We'll select community server option. Once you click on this, you will see the new page. Here you select the operating system. Default is Windows. Now go to Windows MySQL Installer MSI. Click on it. Again you will see the page where you select the operating system. Now you will have two options, MySQL Installer Web Community and MySQL Installer Community. We'll select MySQL Installer Community, the file which is having big size. Click on download. Here you will get two options, login and sign up. We'll skip both and go to downloads. I have already downloaded a file to save the time. So we'll skip this step as it will require too much time to download the whole file. So we'll go to the file which I have downloaded, click on it and run it. So installer will start the installation. It will take some time. You need to be patient at this time. Wait for some time to get it ready. Now you will able to see the MySQL installer window. Here you find some options. First option is developer default option, which installs all products required for MySQL development. Second option is server only option, which installs MySQL server products. Third option is client, which install MySQL client products only, not server. Fourth option is fill, which installs all MySQL products and features. And the last one is custom, where you can select whatever the products you want to install on your system. Suppose you have selected developer default option. So it is by default selected. So it is showing the list of product comes with it in the list. It contains the products like MySQL Server, MySQL Shell. You can see the list. MySQL Shell is SQL interface supporting development and administration for MySQL Server. MySQL router is here, which is a part of InnoDB cluster and act as a middleware. Then there is MySQL Workbench, which is GUI application. MySQL Visual Studio, which will allow MySQL to work with Visual Studio. Then you can find MySQL connectors, the connectors for .NET, Java, C, C++, ODBC, JDBC. These connectors will be here. These connectors will help to make connectivity with the front end. So you will find documentation over here. You will find examples and tutorials over here. The examples and tutorials will help you to get started with your development process. So the products comes with developer default options are here listed. So we will go with this option only, developer default, as we are going to use MySQL for development process. So we will select this option which will give all these products to us. We'll click on next, and here comes the window for the requirements for MySQL installation. It is a list of requirements for the MySQL installation. Some of the requirements will be installed automatically. Some of the requirements you need to install by yourself, that is manually. Okay, so MySQL Server, that will be automatically installed. You have to install Microsoft Excel. You need to install Visual Studio. Okay, if it is not available on your machine, you have to install it manually. And other requirements will be installed automatically by this installer itself. So I will install Excel, Visual Studio, Python required for this MySQL. So here, after installing the requirements, following products will be installed automatically. It includes server, workbench, notifier, connectors, Python. Everything will be installed over here required for or you have selected for developers option. These products will be provided to you. All these products are provided to you. This status is completed over here. Then once the status is completed, you can click on next, and here comes with the window product configuration. So you have to configure server, you have to configure router, and samples and examples. The three things you have to configure. Then click next. Then here with this window high availability, you have to select default option standalone MySQL server. We'll go with the default option. If you want to work with InnoDB cluster, you can select that option. Otherwise, go with the default, and you can click next if you don't want InnoDB cluster. Then networking option comes over here. You have to configure server configuration type. Configuration type is development computer, server computer, dedicated computer. As we are using MySQL for development purpose, we will select development computer. The default port MySQL works is 3306. We will keep that default port as it is. We are not going to change it. If you have some reason to change it, you can change, but my suggestion is keep it as it is. TCP IP, other default, whatever the default settings are there, keep all the settings as it is. Click next. So we have kept all the default settings. Click next. We have to then select authentication method. Click next. So default authentication will be selected. Then we have to provide the password for the root over here. Okay, so provide the password over here for the root. Then you can add user to it. I am adding a user. Give any name as a username. Then we'll select host. We'll keep the default all host here. You can select localhost also, but we'll keep the default. Then admin role the user is playing. So I am selecting DB admin role. You can see multiple roles over here. Depending upon your development work, you can select the role. I want it for development purpose, so I will use DB admin. Provide the password for user here. You have to provide the passwords for authentication purpose. So provide the password over here. Okay. Once you have done with it, you can click next. So you have provided the password for root, you have provided the password for user. You can provide the same password for root and user, but you have to remember both the passwords. If you have provided different passwords, you have to remember both the passwords. Then Windows service window comes over here. We have to configure MySQL Server as Windows Service. So we'll keep the default name for Windows Service MySQL 80, and other things we keep the default itself, and click the next. Then we have to apply these configurations. It will take some time. We apply all the configurations over here. When you click execute, it will apply these configurations. So we'll click on execute. It will take some time. And click on finish. Now we'll go to the router configuration by clicking next. Just click finish, next. Then you have to connect to the server. You have to provide the password for the root for checking the credentials. It is checked. Click next. Apply all the configuration. Click on execute. Again, it will take some time. You need to be patient while all these things are going on. Then you can click on finish. So configuration is completed, installation is completed. Click on finish and it will launch MySQL shell. You can view the MySQL shell over here. It will launch MySQL Workbench, which is a GUI version for executing queries. So you can see here shell as well as Workbench. If you want to view more products, you can go to the menu. You can select MySQL command line client. Here you can provide the password and execute the queries. This is GUI version, MySQL Workbench, and command line client is command prompt version. Here you can see multiple products provided by MySQL. See the list of products provided over here. You have selected developers option, so it will provide these all products. Now we'll see whether our MySQL is installed properly or not. We'll execute a query and see whether it is working properly or not. Provide the password over here. You can see MySQL prompt over here. You can type the queries. We'll create one database and see whether database is created in MySQL or not. So we'll create a database as a first database. Create database, first DB. One row affected. We'll see whether that database is created or not. Show databases. So you can view all the databases over here. Your first DB database just now we have created. You can view that over here. So this is how the MySQL installation is completed successfully. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends. Thank you.